Hi, let's discuss runtime environments. Runtime environments is created and managed by the compiler. The compiler assumes that its target program is executed on runtime environment. It deals with variety of issues such as the layout and allocation of storage location for the object name in the source program. So what will be the layout and allocation of storage location for the object name in the source program is decided by the runtime environment. Then the mechanism used by the target program to access the variable. Third one is the linkage between the procedure or function, or you can say methods. Fourth one is the mechanism for passing parameters. There are lots of parameter passing technique available like call by reference, call by value, call by name, call by text. This is handled by the runtime environment. Next, the interface to the operating system, IO devices and other program. So these are the issues that runtime environment deals with. Layout and allocation of storage location for each object, then how to access the variable, then linkage between the procedure or function, mechanism for parameter passing and interface to the OS or IO devices or other program. Next, storage location. You will study detail about storage location in operating system. The executing target program runs its own logical address space in which each program value has a location. There are two types of address space. One is logical address space and another is physical address space, which we can see that is a logical address space and the real address location is physical address space. Like you can see C drive, D drive, drive partition, folder, files, these are the logical address space. In the information of this logical address space is shared between the compiler, operating system and the target machine. The operating system is the one who converts logical address space into physical address space. And the runtime storage comes in block of contiguous byte and 1 byte is collection of 8 bit, 1 word is 4 byte. Suppose these are some contiguous byte. Here one word is 4 byte and 1 byte is 8 bit. Suppose here address is 1000, next address will be 1032. 8 into 4 that is 32. A byte is 8 bit and 4 bytes form a machine word. Multi-byte objects are stored in consecutive byte and the address is of first byte. The amount of storage needed for the name is determined from its type, whether it is character, integer, float or real. According to data type, the amount of storage will be decided. If character, it is 1 byte. If integer, it will be 4 byte. If float, it will be 8 byte, like this. Suppose a array of character length 10, it will need 10 byte. The compiler may allocate 12 byte for proper alignment and leaving 2 byte as unused. So this 2 byte is called as a padding. These 2 byte are unused, these are unnecessary. If space is premium, then compiler may pack the data, no padding left. Means if space is premium, then the compiler will allocate exactly 10 byte for storing character array of length 10. Next, subdivision of runtime memory into code and data area. The runtime memory can be divided into 4 parts: code, static, heap and stack. These are the free memory. First partition is code. What code will contain? The size of the target code is fixed at compile time, so the compiler can place the executable target code in statistically determined area code. This is a statistically determined area. The executable code can be placed in code. So the fixed target code can be placed in code. It is a statistically determined area. Next partition is static. What static will contain? It will contain all the static variable information, global constant, and the data that is generated by the compiler, such as information to support garbage collection and any information that is known at compiler time that can be stored in static. It can store global constant, it can store static variable information, It can store any information that is known during compile time. Next is heap and stack. These two are dynamic allocation, static and code that is during compile time, while heap and stack that will be during runtime. To maximize the utilization of space at runtime, the other two areas are called as stack and heap. There are some free memory and they grow opposite to each other. They are dynamic, their size can change during the execution and these areas grow toward each other. You can see the arrow mark, these areas grow toward each other. So what stack will contain? Stack will contain all the activation record generated during the procedure call and it grow toward the lower address. Suppose here address is 1000, then is 2000, then is 3000 like this. Here suppose 4000, here 5000, then it will grow toward lower address. These are the lower address while this is the higher address. While heap will grow toward higher address. Many programming languages allow the programmer to allocate and deallocate data under program control. For example, C have malloc and free that will use to obtain and give back the arbitrary chunk of the storage. So the heap is used for managing this kind of long-lived data. Stack is used to store active record while heap is used to manage this kind of long-lived data. Runtime area is divided into four parts. First is code, next is static, next is stack, next is heap. Code contain all the executable code, while static contain all the static data and global constant. Stack contain all the activation record, while heap contain all the long-lived data. Or we can say what we are allocating and deallocating during runtime that will be stored in heap. Next, I will discuss static versus dynamic storage allocation. Static means which are constant, dynamic means which can change. What compiler can decide by seeing the test of the program that will be in static, while during runtime what will be decided that will be stored in dynamic storage. Stack and heap are dynamic storage while static and code are static storage. Static and dynamic distinguish between compile time and runtime. Compile time is static while runtime is dynamic. A storage allocation decision is static if it can be made by the compiler looking only at the test of the program, not at what the program does when it executes. If by seeing the test of the program it can decide, that will be in static. A decision is dynamic if it can be decided only while program is running. During runtime, if it is allocating some storage, that will be in dynamic. Many compiler uses combination of stack storage and heap storage for dynamic storage allocation. Compiler uses both stack storage and heap storage for dynamic allocation. To support heap management, there should be garbage collection. Means garbage collection should be enabled in runtime system to detect useless data element and reuse their storage. Whatever useless data that we can free and we can reuse their storage. And garbage collection is an essential feature for many modern language. Maximum programming language support garbage collection. Stack contain all the activation record by the procedure call, while heap contain all the data allocated during the runtime. For heap management, garbage collection should be enabled. In next lecture, I will discuss stack allocation of space. There I will discuss activation tree with example. If this lecture is helpful for you, please like and subscribe. Thank you.